And the Clippers looking good as they came into the arena before the game. Important to make a splash in hostile territory. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The sprawling metropolis of Dallas, Texas is our setting tonight, as seen from above. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sideline. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Clippers. On Wednesday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. Then on Friday, they'll be playing against and the San Antonio Spurs.
And looking at the Wizards matchup, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
The 5 for the Clippers. Harkless is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2. And for the Mavericks, inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Luka Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Even this early on, Brent, have you been on teams where you just knew changes were coming down the road?
Yeah, most of that, Kevin, I think happens because of internally what's going on with the team. Yeah, on the floor, you're going to see guys operating in the offense, playing pick and roll, but
it's behind the curtains where you begin to feel, right?
Good executives and good coaching staffs understand communicating to the people in the front office to say, hey, if we stay this way, our potential, instead of growing, is not knowing how low we're going to go. So we need to make some changes.
Beverley against Porzingis. Over Beverley. Finally dropping around the rim.
Porzingis with a soft jump shot there. Nice touch.
And here's Los Angeles. George with the bounce pass. Here's Leonard. George, no good. Beverley against Doncic. We've played just over a minute here in the first.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Doncic.
Yeah, the versatility and competitive fire of Doncic is impressive. You can just tell this kid loves to play the game.
All free throws good from down the first. A little over a minute played so far. They've been struggling here on us.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to the shot's good on the assist by George. Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him.
Here's George, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
You know, the early years when Paul George came into the league with the Pacers, you wondered how his frame would fill out. It's filled out nicely. 2 years ago, Paul George and his curious travels about where he was going to land in terms of free agency made his way back to Oklahoma City, and a lot of people were wondering why he made that choice. Then a year later, at the behest of Kawhi Leonard, a trade goes down where Paul George ends up back in Los Angeles with the Clippers. You talk about a two-way threat along with Kawhi Leonard. What an unbelievable wing combination the Clippers have with these two.
That free throw good from George. And with George last year, easily his best season as a pro in every measurable way.
You wonder in the next couple of seasons here, Kevin, if we're going to see the best of Paul George. Again, coming off that gruesome leg injury, him finding his form last year for Oklahoma City. A lot of talk about even Paul George being considered as an MVP candidate, and rightly so. Now back in Los Angeles with Kawhi Leonard. What a terrific duo they have.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Beverly. Leonard's got his second bucket of the night.
There's no way he even felt that contact. That's what makes Leonard so tough to defend on the dribble drive.
And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. The Mavericks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Yeah, Kevin, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers a few minutes ago. He said to win this game, it's all about how we handle Luka Doncic. Have to be on our toes defensively. Kevin, we'll see if they're able to slow down the Slovenian sensation.
Thank you, David. The 15-footer. George, no good.
Mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Powell, that's good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now, here's Doncic. Really played well against Houston in his last outing. To the paint, Paul George with the steal. As Bragg George with the ball. And that one's good. Beverly.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Doncic kicks to Powell. Passes it to Hardaway. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Out to Hardaway. Clock at 6.
And they've had chances to score inside, just unable to convert.
Off target from outside. Beverly against Doncic. High arcing shot is with the block.
Yeah, good luck getting a shot over the 7-foot, 6-inch tall wingspan of Kristaps Porzingis.
It's Powell on the wing. Releases from 15. And the rejection by Zubac. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And that one goes long. Mavericks trail by 5. And the rejection by Zubac. And Greg, as many expected, Porzingis getting a huge deal from Dallas to keep him a Mav for a long time.
Mavs feel he can be better than he was before the injury. Love the idea of pairing him long-term with Doncic. Signed him to a lengthy and sizable deal to be the core of their future.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And the impact that Porzingis can have on the defensive end, Greg, cannot be overstated.
The reach and leaping ability he has paired with his timing make him a premier rim protector. And what sets him over the top really is that fearlessness. He will challenge anyone and everyone at the rim.
And he's good on the second.
Well, Porzingis in the early part of his career has had some phenomenal first halves of seasons. In the second half has faded. You really just want to see a complete year from Kristaps Porzingis where he can dominate.
Now, here is George. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against New Orleans.
And guys, in addition to that scoring, he was absolutely tenacious on the defensive end. A complete two-way game for him. Finished with 3 steals, I think, and that was a difference maker.
And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Well, it was the Dallas Mavericks winning their last game against the Rockets in Houston. Knocks it loose. Doncic, look at those numbers of his. You just can't say enough about the work he's doing at the offensive end. He's averaging about 30.5 points a game. And here's Los Angeles. They're on an 11-3 run. George, no good.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Works that one inside nicely.
And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Fires from deep. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
That's a really nice stroke. Paul George set up nicely. Great release. And big-time shot there.
Here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. Drops in the breakaway. Beverly's got 6.
And now they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy fast break baskets.
Hardaway passes to Doncic. Over Beverly. Doncic, no good.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
And Harkless slams it in.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Well, Brent, you look at the explosive numbers George has put up. A lot of it has to do with how he runs the pick and roll.
Incredible at his size and his ability to read the defenses in pick and roll situation. Anytime there's a defender that decides to go under on Paul George from the perimeter, he can let that thing rip from the three-point line. Last, I think you saw him with the most poise that he's ever played with in his career. I expect that to continue.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Justin Jackson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's DeLon Wright in for Doncic. And then for the Clippers, Montrezl Harrell comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's JaMychal Green in for Maurice Harkless. Kleber, and it's sent back by George.
You can't toss up the weak stuff around Paul George. He sees it coming and uses his reach to get to it.
Again, Los Angeles.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Here's Curry. Paul George making his last shot. Kleber with the bucket.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here is George. 8 points for him. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. So many guys shooting from well beyond the arc. Who do you think has the deepest range in the league?
I think Steph Curry has the most consistent, deepest range.
Lillard is in that category.
Lillard is in there, and of course, last year's playoff win will never go away in terms of what a great memory that was. Trae Young is now entering that category, Kevin.
Yeah,
I mean, we saw
name,
that at the end of last year. His fearlessness in pulling up from just about anywhere has been pretty remarkable. And to that, I will add one Brook Lopez, who has found his way well beyond the three-point line.
He's a whole nother conversation.
We'll talk about him later.
We'll do that. And George drops them both.
And thinking back to last postseason, the Clippers did not back down to the Warriors at all.
Well, LA was a much more physical team. I think they knew going in that the only way that they had a shot was to be disruptive, and they brought that on both ends of the floor, and that was going against a healthy Kevin at the time. They took 2 games last year in that series, and the way in which they played, that spirit might have caught the attention of one Paul George and one Kawhi Leonard.
Now, here is George. He's got 10. 6 to shoot. Porzingis with the steal. Wright looking around. Curry kicks to Porzingis. Curry passes to Kleba. That's tipped and stolen by Harrell. And here is Williams. He had 19 points in the win against New Orleans.
He also did a masterful job in that game of drawing a lot of fouls, so he's creating havoc for the defense.
It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Jackson kicks to Wright. Back to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Wright the pass to Jackson. It's up a 3. And it's Wright missing. Clippers leading by 10. Knocked loose. Harrell dishes to Williams. Back to Harrell. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Here's Porzingis after the basket by Montrezl Harrell. Jackson passes to Porzingis. To end the drought, Curry trying to break free. And Porzingis with the lay-in. Porzingis has got 5 points so far.
Porzingis playing with some heart now, never giving up or into the defense, muscling through that difficult shot.
Nice D from Porzingis. Mavericks trail by 10. Outside Jackson. To the inside and stolen by Harrell. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And Wright pulls it down. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Doncic.
He's been playing a much bigger role in their offense over the past 5 games. It comes across in his usage rate, which has gone up during that stretch. We'll see if they continue to lean on him here tonight.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. Jalen Brunson. He's checked in for Seth Curry. He's off on the second. And to have someone, Brent, with the size and strength of Green play with the energy he does, it's a huge boost to any team.
Yeah, lots of talk last year about JaMychal Green really stepping into his own, starting to really own what it is he can do to impact any given game. He's a bit of a journeyman, has traveled around a little bit between San Antonio and Memphis, but his role with the Clippers last year really put him in a nice spot for him to show off his skill set.
The Mavericks have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Shooting 2.
That one falls for Brunson. Harkless is checked in for the Clippers. He hits both from the stripe. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Green. Back to Williams. With the floater, and that's 2 points on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 12.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Now here's Wright. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. The pass to Green. With the teardrop. The shot by Williams, no good. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Yeah, never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result. Extra effort.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all, and he looks to be planning for more. We'll return shortly. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Los Angeles leading by 10. Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Harkless is out there with Green. Then it's Williams. And it's Mann in at the shooting guard. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial 6th Man of the Year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
The throw good, Lou Williams. Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets into foul trouble. You see the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the Summer League where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing that way.
Now here's Wright. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Now here's Wright. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. That one goes. Count it.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, there is a lot of optimism in Dallas for the tandem of Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis said, "We clicked right away. We're both European players, similar roots, both speak Spanish. That'll translate on the court. We can be something special." Kevin, look out for them to compliment and criticize one another in a different tongue.
If they play to their potential, they could be scary. Thanks, David. Here's Jackson, following the score by Lou Williams. Right outside. Outside, Porzingis, 5 to shoot. Over Leonard, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the Mavericks with some changes. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Porzingis, and Luka Doncic subbed in for Wright. Clippers leading by 12.
Who's got Williams?
Williams finds Leonard.
Watch the screen.
Over Jackson. Mavericks with the rebound. Kleba's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Here's Kleba. Yep, it counts. Kleba's got 7 points.
And you expect Luka's passing skills, just a multi-talented player who is all about sharing the basketball.
Pass to Williams. A floater, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Dallas gets called for the foul. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. The first one falls.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Mavericks making a switch here. Powell's checked in. And both free throws good for Williams.
You could tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Pass to Doncic. Over Williams. And it's good off the back rim and in.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot again. His teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
Here's Leonard. And that one's on target from the wing. Leonard's got the lead up to 12 now for Los Angeles. Doncic kicks to Kleba. Now here's Brunson, defended by Beverly. Back to Brunson. Here's Finney-Smith. He's guarded by Williams. Got a piece of it. Here's Beverly. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
Good route there from Beverly in transition. So quick and then really decisive on his line to the basket.
Now here's Brunson. Defense right on him. It's hauled in by Zubac.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Finney-Smith. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Houston.
And he also controlled the boards. He just seemed to be in the right position every time the ball came off the rim. Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Now here's Williams. Shoots over Brunson, and it's the Clippers scoring again.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Brunson with it, defended by Beverly. They need this one, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Clearly a foul.
The Mavericks have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dallas. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Harrell's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. And again, the Clippers turn it over. And here's a check of the 2K leaderboard and the top rebounding shooting guards of the past 10 games. Number 1, Luka Doncic.
And a two-guard who's as prolific a rebounder as he is a rare breed in the NBA. You usually don't expect it from an off guard, but he's a big contributor on the glass.
There's a lot of big guys in the league that don't like to get touched up like he does at that 2 spot, so he gets in there, he bangs with the best of them, and then he competes for those rebounds.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. But how often do players argue calls knowing that they are in the wrong? They know they're going after something that was the correct call.
Let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, you just never, the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think so. It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean, you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle, you're going to react to it like, I did something wrong. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side out. I know you saw it. Everybody does it.
That sounds like you may have done a lot of that.
I tried to avoid that, Kevin. Quite frankly.
Did you? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't think that's healthy for you and your reputation.
That free throw good from Doncic. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Jalen Brunson. And so he makes both from the line.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Pass to Zubac. He kicks to Leonard. Doncic against Beverly. 6 on the shot clock. And the pass to Leonard. The fadeaway again, Los Angeles.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
And there's the call on Lou Williams. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, the Clippers. It's a 14-point game. Curry is inside. Defended by Beverly. 4 on the clock.
What a defender Beverly is. He's just so active down there. The hands, the feet. He's just a menace.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
And even though he's been nagged by injury for a few years, Brent, Kawhi is still a top 2A threat when he's healthy.
Well, the fact that Kawhi Leonard could move on from San Antonio, get to that Toronto team that needed just an extra push to do something in the Eastern Conference, especially with the absence of LeBron James. Kawhi Leonard absolutely dominated last year's playoffs and took Toronto to a championship. And now, for the first time, he's had the choice to continue his career somewhere. He's going to do that back home in Los Angeles for the Clippers.
Mavericks trail by 16. Pass to Hardaway. Doncic outside. Tipped away. Stolen by Beverly. Over to the left wing. Harrell finds Zubac. Over in the corner, Beverly. 6 to shoot. From deep 3-point range, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. Los Angeles making a switch here. George is checked in. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Hardaway kicks to Powell. Dallas moving the ball around. Stolen by Beverly. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. And he lays it up and in. Beverly's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Doncic bounce picks. Passes it to Powell. Doncic outside. Lot 6. Hardaway against Zubac. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Powell against Beverly. That one doesn't go, but he's still shooting 50%, 5 of 10. Hardaway against Leonard.
Screen.
Doncic feeling it out. And that one, good. Doncic has got 8.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Now here's Beverly. D right on him. Feeds to George. And he goes right over Dwight Powell and slams it down.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
The Clippers have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Porzingis, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith, and it's Wright in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Green's checked in.
You wonder if Paul George finally has a situation here where he could show why he's an elite player, why he's an all-star, but to pay off how hungry he is to prove it with a late postseason run.
Now here's Porzingis. A 23-point game for him in the win against the Rockets in Houston.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass.
Here's Beverly, following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Harrell dishes to Beverly. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. Mavericks making a switch here. Jackson's checked in, and the Clippers making a change here. Leonard against Curry. Floats it up there for Harrell. That shot off.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
The Mavericks have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Los Angeles leading by 15. He dishes it to Leonard. There's the pass to Mann. Curry against George. Leonard comes up empty down low. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Next up, they'll face the Suns. That'll be in Phoenix. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Harrell finds George. Pass to Harrell. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 17.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Doncic, and it's sent back by Leonard.
And that's the thing we know about Leonard. As a defender, on the ball, off the ball, he's rarely out of any play.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball. Wright with it. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Curry.
Still scoreless. You wonder if it's starting to get to him.
No good from the wing.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And it's George finishing it off.
Now, Paul George right now invested fully in this game and on both ends of the floor. Relentless on offense thus far.
Now, Doncic. He's got 8. Jackson passes to Wright. To the right side. The 3 from Porzingis. Cans it from downtown. Porzingis has got 10 points in the game.
Well, the game's 4 quarters, and after a tough first half, he's found his rhythm in the second.
1:02 left here in the second. Here's Mann. Porzingis with the block. Right against Leonard. Pass to Doncic. Back to Wright. Doncic outside. Here's the 3. The shot good. The Clippers go the other way with it. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
In talking with the coaching staff, they said in that game they did a great job of not settling. Keep working the ball around, finding the best look. Let's see if they can keep that up.
There's 18 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Knocked away. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. Misses the layup. Now here's Wright. Jacks up a 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. The Clippers on top. They lead by 18. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He had 20 points, 3 rebounds, and also 3 steals. He has bounced back nicely from what was a tough night for him in their last game. Judging by that first half, he's back to his old self again. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, we're seeing what it looks like when Paul George takes over. Knockdown shooter, that sets up his drives. And on the defensive end, he has the length to defend 1 through 5.
And Shaq, what did you see from Dallas?
Well, their sloppy play really surprised me, especially the turnovers. No matter who they had out there, they never seemed to be on the same page. Their only hope is to make every possession count, and that means taking care of the ball.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Here's Finney Smith. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
Here's Finney Smith after the Clippers pick up 2. That's tipped. Lets it go from the wing, and it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Beverly. Beverly's got 4 assists now tonight. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Now here's Beverly. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Here's Doncic. 8 points for him. He gets that one. Doncic has got 10 points in the game.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Now here's Leonard. 12 points for him over Porzingis, and Leonard gets it to go. He's got 14.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
I don't think he sees any kind of defense when he's at that range. It doesn't matter who's guarding him.
Beverly against Doncic. Outside, Porzingis. Up to Doncic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. High post shot. No good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Chalk up 2 there.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
Well, the game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
Now, here's Doncic. 10 points for him. Powell kicks to Hardaway. The three-pointer off the mark.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Here's Beverly. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Now here's Brunson. He's covered by Leonard. Brunson, good. And here's George. He's got 24. Passes it to Zubats. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Good ball movement here by the Clippers, and it's good for 2. Leonard's got 6 points in the quarter.
Hard to deny Leonard when he gets in that close to the rim. Too many ways for him to get creative to score.
The pass to Finney Smith. Pass to Porzingis. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. The Clippers grab the miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Beverly, the pass to Zubats. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Shooting 2.
That one is off. Lou Williams is checked in for George. And the second free throw, good. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Brunson finds Hardaway. Now here's Brunson. He's covered closely. Just 5 on the clock. Hardaway for 3. The shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
So good at driving to the rim. Even though he's a little bit older, Williams still with great speed, change of pace, and picks the right angle.
Now here's Brunson. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Lou Williams. No good on the free throw.
A fearless shooter and a remarkable dunker. Tim Hardaway Jr. is such a valuable rotation guy that you just want to have consistent effort from. And I think he's reaching that level now.
Maxi Kleba, he's checked in for Dallas. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubats. Good on the second free throw. And here are the Clippers now. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Here's Beverly. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Beverly's got 12 points in the game.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here is Hardaway. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Lock at 6. Here's Finney-Smith. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Lou Williams.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And he can't get the first one. He hits the second from the line. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Los Angeles. A floater. Porzingis with the block. Here's Hardaway. Great D that time from Harrell.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Here's Finney-Smith. Pass to Brunson. And here's Porzingis. He's defended by Harrell. Here's Brunson. And Harkless pulls it down. Harkless has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Out to the right wing. Outside Leonard. Over Porzingis. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Leonard's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Count on Kawhi Leonard to work as much as he needs to get to the spots on the floor where he can be successful. He's a good shooter from mid-range.
Now here's Porzingis. 10 points for him. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Justin Jackson, he's checked in for Dallas. Curry comes in for Hardaway. Green, he's checked in for the Clippers. Williams against Curry. Just 4 to shoot. From deep. Green with the rebound. Green's got 4 rebounds in this game. Passes it to Williams. Makes it off the glass. Williams has got 14 points.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
The pass to Curry. Now here's Brunson. Defended by Beverley. Kleba kicks to Jackson. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Curry with the 3. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Curry's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Man, didn't have a ton of room to get that shot off. That's the kind of shooter he is.
Beverley with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. And that one's good. Beverley.
Beverley showing off a little bit of a teardrop. Didn't know he had that.
Dallas has gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And Brent, as you know, there aren't many players that can set a tone for a team, but Patrick Beverley is one of them.
And Patrick Beverley always embraces that role about setting the tone defensively on an opposing team's point guard, making sure that tonight, if you're going to beat the team that Pat Beverley plays on, you're going to have to go through them.
A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Not something we're used to seeing in this offense, but tonight it may be just about give Kawhi the ball and get out of the way.
Runs in the pass to Jackson. Here's Kleba. Outside, Porzingis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, Porzingis in the aggressive mindset in this one. Knows he's a problem for the defense, especially on the drive.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
72% at the line this season. He has yet to set himself apart in that department.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And he knocks down the first one. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Jalen Brunson. And he makes both free throws. Here's Williams. He's got 14. Leonard on the wing. Over Jackson. Outside Williams. Back to Leonard. Good. And the nice assist for Williams. Williams has got 3 assists tonight.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Now here's Porzingis. 12 points for him. Outside Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Curry way outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Williams has got 5 rebounds tonight.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far. I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Now here's Wright. Pass to Porzingis. Now here's Jackson. Outside Curry. Kleba kicks to Curry. From deep 3-point range.
Oh, size and reach and timing. That's all Montrezl Harrell there, throwing that one out.
Dallas making a switch here. Doncic is checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. George is checked in for Leonard. Here is Williams. He's got 14. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. And that will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. Here's Doncic. Oh, yes, the turnaround. Doncic has got 4 points in the quarter.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Williams against Wright. Pass to man. 5 on the clock. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. From deep. Mavericks with the rebound. Kleba's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got 14 points for the game. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Los Angeles. Passes to Harrell. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Right, the pass to Doncic. And it's sent back by George. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. They get a hand on it. Mavericks moving it up. Here's Wright. Green with the rebound.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
It's Jackson with the drive.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game.
And that 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And he makes the first. And so Jackson nails both of them. And a deep 3 from George. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And we'll be right back after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Paul George is out there with Patrick Patterson. And it's Magruder in at the 2-guard spot. That one goes in. Doncic has got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Mavs. And Los Angeles guys shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. 2 points, that one goes. 29 points for George.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
And there's the pass to Powell. Right side, Lee. They double him with George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep, Barea. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Man, guarded by Doncic. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two.
And here is Los Angeles now. Brent, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home. Right. And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Now, here's Barea. He's tightly guarded, and that one's good. Marjanovic.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Here's Magruder. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, the undrafted Rodney Magruder, Greg, has earned his way into the NBA.
It was 25 by the time of Magruder's rookie season. Has spent some time overseas and in the G League, but he's improved his game and has kind of carved out a spot here in the league.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
Over time, Magruder just continues to pound away to try to find a spot where he can get more and more comfortable in a rotation in the NBA.
And the Clippers making a change here. Robinson's checked in. And so he hits both. Brent, when we talk about home court advantage, do you feel it's the same as it used to be? It has that same impact?
I do think it's still hugely important, Kevin. It's less important when there's a team that has been together for a long time and has proven that they can take their wares on the road and come home with a victory. But it absolutely gives you a level of comfort as a player to get into your routine, to be at a place that seems familiar. Something deep down psychologically helps every member of that team being at home.
Powell pulls it in.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Pass to Barea. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. From down low, it's tipped.
You need more of this from Patterson. Such a big frame inside. I like to see it when he's swatting it away.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Barea with it. Here's Doncic. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Look, Kevin, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Dallas. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here's Magruder. Brunson covering, and the rejection by Marjanovic. Patterson, that's good. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. Barea finds Brunson. Now Marjanovic, pass to Lee. 6 on the shot clock, and here's Barea outside. Offensive rebound, and Marjanovic with the slam.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Man. And it's off from three-point range. Dallas has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Brunson kicks to Barea. That one misses. So the Clippers will take it the other way.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And it's the Mavericks on the break. Here's Brunson. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down. But when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
For so long, the U.S. has been the country to beat in international basketball play. But there are some big-time challengers around the globe emerging.
Well, Serbia and Spain continue to be competition that the U.S. takes extremely seriously. And I'm not saying they don't take everybody that they step on the floor against with tremendous amount of respect. We know from years in the past that Argentina had its golden age with the players around Manu Ginobili and Oberto and Nocioni, but that seemed to be a timing thing for the Argentinian national team. Spain and Serbia will continue to be impressive and continue to push USA basketball in these international tournaments and Olympic play.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Robinson. Robinson hits them both. And so it's Dallas with it. Now here's Barea. From outside the arc. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Brent, a few players now host podcasts, participate with those elements, with those vehicles during the season. Any thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for our fan base and for our players to have an outlet, to have conversations and share a little bit more about their personality. It grows them as people, I think, Kevin, especially I've listened to J.J. Redick's many times over,
yes.
And you learn something new, not only about players, but about their interests and how they're spending time. And I think if you were a young player, let's say you were a high school senior and you're a college player and you're listening to some of the things that guys are talking about in their experiences, I think it's invaluable for what it is that you don't know exists around a player in the NBA, and for you to start having considerations about how difficult the task is, how mentally taxing. So these things are great outlets for the players.
Man, guarded by Barea. Man passes to Robinson. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Dallas has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Lee outside. Foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Will Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Will Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about Kevin when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with a three-point line.
Can you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players, too, that also, because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor and what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly. 5 to shoot. Here's Robinson. And Lee pulls it down. The Mavericks shooting in the fourth quarter down around 31%, not playing with as much energy here lately. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Clippers shooting the pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Magruder kicks to Patterson. Passes it to Mann. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Shoots a fader. It's rebounded by Dallas.
It just seemed like they were out of sync and waited way too long.
Barea, no good.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Now, here is Robinson. Patterson up top, guarded by Barea. Patterson, that's good. Patterson's got 4 points this quarter. And so it's Barea with it. They'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Now the pass to Brunson. Now here's Barea, guarded closely, and the shot goes in.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Outside Robinson. Takes a shot at the elbow. They get it back. And it's Cabangeli missing.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Powell, that's good.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Player salary is obviously a large investment, Brent. What are some other investments that owners can make to help their team get better, either on the floor or off?
Massive one, Kevin, obviously, is in terms of your players' wellness and what it is that you're doing with your physical therapy staff, your strength and conditioning staff, because you want these guys available at the best and maximum potential physically that they can give you. A lot of teams, quite frankly, in the past couple of seasons, Kevin, looking into other ways, holistic therapies, mental approach that they can have mental wellness for their players as part of their programming. So teams that think you build some beautiful practice facility and just let the guys go bounce the ball around and shoot are absolutely missing.
Right? Yes.
Yeah, they're missing the boat on what it is that their players require, need to be complete as people.
Man, guarded by Barea. Man passes to Cabangeli. 6 to shoot. Outside Robinson. Takes a three. Robinson can't get that one to fall. Dallas has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Lee finds Barea. Pass to Marjanovic. It's good. Great play set up by Barea.
Well, any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
1:30 left in the fourth quarter. The Clippers shooting well, 50% from the floor.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Clippers.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Paul George.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
2 shots.
That free throw missing. But obviously some good players have taken less money for a chance at a winning championship situation. That's made some rich teams even better.
Well, you have to appreciate a player in that regard, thinking that the financial gains that he could have somewhere else and playing for a team that's not capable of doing what it is that you're trying to do, and that's win a championship, that they've decided, look, it's not about that for me. What it is about the experience of being around a team that elevates itself to being the best team in the league. And if you're fortunate enough at the highest level, Kevin, as a basketball player, to be around a championship, that experience sticks with you for a lifetime. So you do appreciate guys looking for those opportunities to be around a championship.
And so here is Dallas after the basket by Los Angeles. And Lee with the stuff.
Always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Here's Beverly following the score by Dallas. Can't hit from 12. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the middle, here's Powell and the dunk by Powell.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Outside Robinson. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.